Hey guys, this is Gary Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for us today, and I thought you'd be interested, so let's go ahead and check it out. What is our statement for today? Selling, don't quit before the miracle. What do you say? I said, selling, don't quit before the miracle. Now, you may be asking yourself, what in the world has that got to do with sales? Well, let me tell you something. You know, everybody has to start somewhere, and a lot of times people quit before the miracle. They quit only because they get frustrated. They have bad days where they can't sell anything, or maybe you're a new salesperson, you really don't know how to sell yet, or maybe you're an older salesperson and you've been in sales for a while, but you're not doing great and you're having some issues. You got a brand new product that you got to sell because your company went out of business, so now you had to start all over. Well, guess what? That's okay. You know, my name is Gary Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything that's got to do with sales. Because salespeople, we are important and we matter. A lot of times we don't even know how important we are. But see, we really are. And one of the things that I found out in my own selling career is that I gave myself a chance and started doing those things that the successful people do, I would do real well. It took me a while sometimes when I started with a new product because, you know, when you're not familiar with selling or if you're not familiar with products, you got to figure it out. It takes a little time. You have to practice in front of the mirror. You got to talk to yourself. You know, you just got to have this in the back of your mind. Hey, I'm going to succeed no matter what. The question was selling and don't quit before the miracle. Now, that might be a little over the top with the miracle part, but in reality, it really isn't. Because, see, once we get a hold of this career, it's a miracle because you find yourself selling all the time. I mean, I ain't saying every day is a good day and you won't have no bad days, but what the miracle is that you figured out how to have a selling conversation. You learned how to overcome objections. It's a miracle. You know, a lot of times because most people, they can't sell. Now, they sell in either one or two things, a good attitude or a bad attitude. And a lot of people say, I can't sell. I can't do that job. Well, thank goodness you're trying, and we're doing our best, and we're trying to get that miracle. We're trying to do the best we can. And the miracle is that you stick and stay. That means you're going to stay no matter what. You know, I ain't saying that sometimes you get a sales job and it's just not the one for you. I've had some sales jobs and it just didn't work out. The reason was because I just didn't feel it. It wasn't exciting to me. I just couldn't wake up every day going, I'm going to sell that. And I just wasn't into it. So I had to do what they call try different other types of sales job. That's the miracle. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to work on commission because, see, they want somebody to dictate how much money they can make every week. I don't. I like working on commission because when you work on commission, you got a little skin in the game. And you know in the back of your head, I got to sell something if I want to make some money. That's a miracle that you stick and stay. You know, one of the things I've learned in my selling career is, you know, you're going to have those good days, bad days, and those days wish you would have said, daggone, I really think I need to try something else. But don't. This is the question. Selling. Don't quit before the miracle. See, we're salespeople. We make the world go around. We make things get sold. We help people invest in things. And a lot of times they don't even know nothing about the product until us as a salesperson introduces them to what we have to offer. And a lot of times, you know, you might run into the risk when you're first starting in. And people say, no. Well, the reason is because they don't know yet. You know, I've been a door-to-door salesman, business-to-business salesman, over-the-phone salesman. I'm selling. I got multiple sales jobs now. And the reason being is because I got some certifications and I like to sell a lot of different things. And I hope that you're selling yourself that being a salesperson is actually a miracle. You know, because most people, they can't stand objections. They cannot stand somebody say, no. And I'm going to tell you what, it ain't easy for us. But you know what? We have this kind of power in our brain. It's okay. Let them people say no. And it's a numbers game. Go on to the next person, have the next conversation, and keep talking. And the more you talk to people, now you got to listen to them because they may say, I'd like to get it. And you don't hear it. And you keep talking. And then you've out talking yourself out of a sale. I've seen my friends do it. I've done it. And everybody does it on occasion. So sometimes just keep it simple. I'm talking, listen, if you're a salesperson, if you're a new salesperson, you're in the right spot. You got to get you some tools. Now, what I mean by that is get your little toolbox, and in your little toolbox, you got to learn how to overcome objections. You got to learn how to have conversations, not selling. Selling is easy if you look at it as a conversation. It's a true miracle. Look at the people that are real successful, and you watch these people and put yourself in their position. If you watch these people, it don't even seem like they sell it. All they doing is having a conversation, and that alone is a miracle. Because see, when I first got into sales, I did pretty good, but once I learned how to have a conversation with people instead of just blah-de-blah-de-blah and spit all my information, say, you want it? I mean, at least I was asking for the order. But the miracle is that I stuck and stayed since the 80s, man. In one form or capacity, I've been selling my whole life. I love it. But the miracle is that, hey, I've been able to afford, I paid out my house, own my own place, got my own cars, I got my kid taken care of. God has blessed me immensely. I always put him up first because he makes everything. He is a miracle maker, and I'm a miracle in the making. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and things and warts and all that nobody talks about in sales. And our total subject for today is selling. Don't quit before the miracle. Listen, just because you got a sales job and it don't seem to be working out for you, the ones who stick and stay always seem to be very successful. But then there may be this time you come to yourself and say, I don't think this product is the one for me. I don't think this company is the one for me. Before you quit a job, put your little fingers out there. If you got a little bit of experience because you didn't been selling just a minute, look out there and see what other type of opportunities. Some people like to sell tangible things, and some people like to sell intangible things. Some people like to sell those things they can touch and feel and they can show. And then you got idea people who like to sell like insurance and marketing and things like that. There are so many different types of sales jobs. But if you give yourself a break and don't quit, and just don't quit selling, don't quit before the miracle, you're going to find that sell, that opportunity that's going to bless you in a mighty way. But you have to look for it. You can't just let God and say, I'm just going to just show up. No, that ain't a miracle. That's being lazy. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you this stuff is crazy. But you know what? It really is a miracle. I didn't know it was going to be this many years that I'd be in sales. I've gotten a chance to take care of my family, my kid, and I really love the selling business. It's a miracle that I've lasted this long. But you know what? I'd learned how to sell. I learned. It took some time. Now, you might be one of them people that come on like gangbusters and you kick butt and everything. Well, you are a miracle. But most people, new people, salespeople, we have issues. They're like tissues, pop, and another one will pop up all the time. And we have to learn how to have those conversations. We got to learn how to sell. And we got to learn how to be the best salespeople we can be. We always shoot for the stars, and if you land on the moon, you're done pretty damn good. Selling is a great opportunity. Don't sell yourself short, guys. Don't sell yourself short because, see, you don't quit before the miracle. It's just that simple. The miracle could be a year from now. Yeah, right now you're struggling and everything, but if you keep showing up every day and you're learning, the management, they see it. And sometimes you got to suck up the little paycheck. So when you get your little money, save a little bit of money for the rainy day when you ain't making no money. The miracle is you can pay your daggone bills that way. It's funny, right? But listen, selling is a great opportunity. And one of the key things to success in selling is you have to stick and stay. You can't quit before the miracle, because if you do, you may go back to that 9-to-5 job. Yeah, you might be making that little $15 an hour. It sounds real good. But I'll tell you what, in reality, when you can make $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $40 an hour, or up, that's really cool. Now, it can be a little struggle. Because some days are good days, some days are bad days. And like I said, some days you just want to stay up in that bed, honey. But the miracle is that you get up every day and you try. It's a concept that goes through your brain. You got to say, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And you have to have this mantra, I'm great, I'm great, I'm a great salesman. And it's a miracle, because what will happen is as time will pass and you'll get better and better and better. And I promise you, it's a miracle. Selling, don't quit before the miracle, because you're important. important. It's really hard to cultivate new salespeople because, see, once they get a bad taste in their mouth, they didn't sell something, they quit. I've been there, I've done that, and I wrote some bad checks on that baloney. But I'm telling the truth, because some jobs just don't fit. You have to find a sales job that works for you. And the miracle is once you stick and stay and you learn how to have a conversation and you learn how not to take advantage of people, not how to pressure people, but how to help them invest in what you're trying to sell them. Make people feel important, and they will make you a lot of money, honey. The miracle is selling is so important. So please don't quit before the miracle. The miracle is you. The miracle is you sticking and staying, doing the best you can, and then selling your honey off. Because when there's money to be had, get you some. And when it's a little bit lean, make sure you have some of that money in the bank, baby, because you got to save for a rainy day. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a simple conversation about selling. Don't quit before the miracle. And listen, if you're going out there selling, and if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. So go ahead and make sure when you're selling, ask for the order. And remember, the miracle is that you are going to be awesome. You just have to give yourself a break and give yourself a chance. You can do this. So go out there and sell something. Selling. Don't quit before the miracle. Yeah, that sounds real good. All right.